from an abandoned storage building behind Wendy's. This is the Poor Taste Podcast with Dustin Sims. Is it comedy or is he just working some shit out? Stay tuned and find out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 2 of the Poor Taste Podcast. Hope you're all doing well. I'd like to start out by apologizing for that last episode. A lot like my penis, it was very short and unentertaining, and that's my fault, you know. It was a very humbling experience. I didn't think it was going to be that hard, you know, just coming in here and talking to fucking nobody. So I was pretty unprepared, and that left me just flying around blind, kind of like Kobe's pilot. But at least I get another shot. Real quick before we get started, I'd like to thank our supporters on Patreon. I really do appreciate y'all. I mean, I always feel kind of weird about asking people, you know, or trying to sell you guys stuff. You know, that's why I'm kind of weird about, I don't put much effort into my merch. But I know that with that support, it could help us grow this into something really cool, and I'm excited about that. So thank you for that. Hell, I mean, I just appreciate all the support, whether it be from Patreon or just watching, you know. It's really cool. Now, I'm going to be in Bristol, Tennessee, September 12th at Maddie's Event Hall. If you're interested in that, fucking make the drive, you know. If you're not even in that area, just make the drive, come out and see us. The link will be in the description. Honestly, the way things looking right now, it might be the last show of the year for me. Like, I don't know, I'm just fucking tired of it. I wouldn't say it's stressful. It's just the uncertainty. Like, I don't want to book a show and then have to wonder if I'm going to have to cancel it. Everybody's already bought tickets. It's just kind of a hassle. I know Rocky's trying to book us some shows for Oklahoma City. And like at the Looney Bin, just touring those. And that'll be fun because that's like my biggest demographic really out there. But the only weekends they have available is fucking Halloween and Thanksgiving. I'm not fucking doing that, you know. I go hard on Halloween. I don't know why he's trying to book that. He knows that. Or he should. God, that fucking pisses me off. But I love Rocky, though. You know, it's nothing. It's nothing against him. It's just, damn. Plus, I mean, I got kids, too. Like, I mean, I get hyped for Halloween anyways, but, like, fuck, I got kids. I want to be there for them for that. And then, okay, Thanksgiving. It's not really on Thanksgiving. It's the weekend of, but who's coming out? You know, like all my women demographic is going to be Black Friday shopping. All the men that watch me are going to be hunting. Nobody's coming to my show the day after Thanksgiving. So I'm not doing that. But I do love Rocky. He's got a podcast of his own. He's had it for a while, but it's been dead. So he's starting it back up. He's got a new studio. It looks great. He still looks like shit, but the studio does look great. You can check that out. It's the Welcome to Brookwood with Rocky Dale Davis. You can check that out. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but we didn't really get a lot of questions. The only questions were, what happened with the F-bomb? What happened with the F-bomb? And I'm not fucking trying to use my platform to just shit on somebody, you know? So I don't really want to go into it. I just wasn't happy there anymore. And just because I removed myself from that situation doesn't mean I don't want them to flourish. Like, I still wish them the best, whatever. Like, I hope it works out for them. Just without me, you know? So I'm not going into that. That's over with. Just know that this is what we have now. I might add somebody. I might not. I don't really know yet. The only other question was from Craig Morris. And Craig's been trying to fuck my mom for like 2 years. Like, he friended her on Facebook. It's really weird. But his question, that's why I'm jumping into it now. His question was like, do you and Rocky, are me and Rocky beefing or something? Because I made jokes about him on the last podcast. And then he hasn't been involved in the last couple of shows. No, me and Rocky just fuck around. That's just what we do. Like, he calls me fat and a dumb redneck, and we just bust each other's balls. So he wasn't on the last couple of shows because it was just one show. Like, we weren't doing multiple shows in one night. You know, we didn't have like multiple dates that weekend, so it didn't make a lot of sense for him to fly out from Vegas to do one show at half capacity. The money's just not there, so me and Rocky's good. Not talking about the F-bomb shit. I wish them the best, whatever. So stop asking me about it. Damn. But yeah, we took the kids to the fair last night, and dude, I woke up this morning needing a gallon of Pepto and a fucking tetanus shot. Jesus Christ. Where do they fucking find these people, man? I mean, are they hosting tryouts at the fucking halfway house? I don't know, man. Imagine their interviews go something like this. Hey, are you cool with, like, never showering again? Like, ever? You know, I guess so, you know. It's like, all right, well, do children find you terrifying? Sometimes. Okay, great. Do you have a pulse? Yeah. I was like, well, good. Could we pay you with drugs? I don't reckon I see a problem with that. Wow, this is going great. Do you think you could put together a roller coaster in 30 minutes with 40% of the original parts? Well, I don't know about that. And it's like, well, we're paying you with drugs. I could probably make it work. Well, you got the fucking job, buddy. You did it. But we're real strict on that don't shower policy. Like, don't even fucking stand out in the rain too long if you can help it. Like, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, seriously, what are the qualifications for these people? Just being alive? Plus, they're all like professional con artists. This one dude was trying to scam me on this game in his little station. And my wife hates this about me, but like, I feed into these people. Like, even the homeless people that try to con you. Like, if I know you're trying to scam me, I really enjoy that. And I don't know why. There's just something about a good con artist that I can respect. There's like an art to it. Like the rainbow vacuum cleaner people. I've lost a lot of good friends to those guys. They've got so many of my friends. It's embarrassing. I stopped talking to a lot of them. I mean, you think you know somebody until you see what they clean their floor with, and you're like, fuck, man. Like, if you're chilling at somebody's house and you see them pull out the rainbow vacuum cleaner, just fucking leave. Those motherfuckers will fall for anything. But even still, every time one of my buddies like reaches out and is like, will you do this demo for me so they can get the discount, you know, for their $3,000 shop vac, I do it. I do it every time. Because I just love a good scam. You know, I like hearing the pitch. Because you really have to like work for it to get that sale. Two, I just like wasting their fucking time. Dude, I act so interested. And I make you break it down for me like I'm autistic. Okay, I'll ask like the most ridiculous questions, like, is this gluten-free? Are all your products gluten-free or just this one? And they're like, sir, this is just a vacuum cleaner. And I'm like, okay, well, yes or no. Don't dance around the question, you know. This is my money. Then they're all confused, so they have to ad-lib. You know, they got to come up with shit on the fly. Everything's off the cuff. After that, you get to meet the real salesman. Not some pitch they had wrote out. And a real salesman will make that sale every fucking time. Every time. So old buddy, he calls me over to his booth, and he's like, hey man, I'm really not supposed to do this, but I want to help you out. Here's a coupon for a free turn. And he's holding up this torn up piece of cardboard, and it says free on it, written in like black Sharpie. And it looks like Michael J. Fox scribbled it on there in an earthquake. So of course I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go. So I walk over there. Dude's got a box fan laid in the middle of his station. It's laid on his back. And on top of it, he's got a bowl full of ping pong balls. And the bowl's got holes in it. It's like a strainer. And the fan's blowing up and the balls are just tossing around. It's like real redneck engineered. Well, he's got this 6-foot long piece of PVC pipe with a ice cream scooper taped to the end of it. And he hands me that. He said, look, it's very simple. What you do is you reach in there and you scoop out one of the balls. You look at the number on there. You match it to this like bingo board. Not all of them win, but some of them got numbers on it. He said those numbers are credits. You get up to 100 credits, you get something off his top shelf up here. Now, I shit you not, everything on that top shelf, he had a DeWalt power drill, a fucking old chandelier, a lava lamp, and a PlayStation 4. Okay, like he had fucking looted a pawn shop. And I wanted that PS4. So I was like, fuck it, I'll play. So I scoop it up. I get my number out and I match it. Of course, I got 50 credits. He said, if you get to 100, he told me if you get to 100, you can get one of the prizes or you can cash it out and get $100 cash. So I was like, hell yeah. So I had my 50 credits. He writes it down. He's like, what's your name? I tell him. He's like, all right, what do you want to do next? I said, I'd like to just cash that out and get my $50. He said, no, you can't do that. You can't cash out to get to 100. I said, well, then I don't know. Where do we go from here? He's like, well, the good news is you can go as many times as you want. It's just $5 a pop. And I was like, there it is. That's the thing. That's how they get you. So now I know the fucking scam. I've wasted a lot of time. I'm like, I'm good now. I'm fucking good. So I was like, well, how about I just use the 50 credits as turns? That should be about 10 turns, right? And he's like, I can't do that. I was like, what? He's like, I can't fucking do that, man. I was like, well, fuck, dude. You wasn't even supposed to give me the free turn. Fucking be consistent. Oh, fucking stupid, man. But that's where they get you, man. I just wanted a PS4. But I didn't get it. I spent $86 at that fair, and we walked out of that bitch with like 4 refurbished Beanie Babies, a dead betta fish, and a half-inflated sword filled with corny spit and cocaine residue. But my kids were fucking happy, so that's all that matters to me. Then we went to the rodeo. The rodeo fucking sucked. I'm just going to call it what it is. Like, I ain't going to call these guys pussies, because what they're doing is, it's some big-ass animals. They ain't pussies, I don't guess, but you got to be stupid just to get on them. But it just wasn't a lot of action for me. Like, either ride the whole time or fucking get hurt. Like, you don't know, okay. You don't want to see somebody get hurt, but like at the same time, fuck, man. You riding a bull. Like, I just want to see something. Like, take a paw to the back or a hoof, whatever they got. I mean, I don't want to see you get gored, but like, fuck, man. I paid $15 to get in here. Show me something. So, it wasn't what it all cracked up to be. Barrel racing, it was kind of cool, but for the most part, it wasn't that good of a time. And I really wanted it to be. I really wanted the PS4, like, fuck. I used to say that dudes who play video games a lot were gay, but it's like, since this pandemic started, guess who's gay now? Me. I'm gay. Put a dick in my ass, because I'm playing Call of Duty a lot on Xbox, not the gay station, but I'll take one if I get it at a carnival or a fucking fair. But I've been playing a shitload of fucking Xbox, dude. And that's weird for me because it's very out of character. I never watch a lot of TV, and here recently I've gotten sucked into Yellowstone, and man, holy shit, that's a good show. Fuck, if you're not watching Yellowstone, you're gay as fuck too. I'm hooked on that motherfucker. It's so good. I like how realistic it is while it's being so unrealistic. Like, everything on there could technically happen, but it's like, fuck, dude. What is going on? How cursed is this family, dude? Like, did somebody just accidentally jack off on a Ouija board or something? Like, did Casey dump 7 pounds of fingernail clippings on an Indian burial ground? Like, what is going on? I just want to know. I love that fucking show. Sometimes I think that, like I love Westerns, anything, and that's kind of what it reminds me of. It's like a Western. So, I love that kind of shit. And sometimes I think that that's what I should be like. Like, I feel like that's how I wish I lived. And I feel like I could. But then other times, like on my way here, I just wanted to jam out. And I couldn't get my fucking Bluetooth to connect to the car, which seems like a simple thing to do. So I'm trying to connect my Bluetooth to the car, and it's like failed, and it's pissing me off, you know? So I pulled over, and I disconnected my phone from the car, and then I reconnected it, and I tried again, and it's like failed. So then I disconnected my shit from the car, and it still failed. So I disconnected both of them, and I cut my phone off. And then I pulled on, and I cut the car off. I cut them both back on. And I tried to do it again, and it still won't do it. And it's like, damn, I just want to fucking listen to Hootie and the Blowfish. So now I'm just fucking singing it. I got my phone in my lap playing it. I only want to be with you. And it doesn't even hit the same. And that song slaps. So then it's moments like that, I'm like, well, fuck, man, I don't know if I can make it out there. I don't think I can do it. But I did drive past a fire on the way here. Somebody's house is on fire, and I didn't do a thing about it. I don't know how that relates or any type of way. But I didn't. You tell you what I'm not watching, though, on Netflix? Cuties. You heard about this? It's a show. It's like basically sexualizing little girls. They're like twerking in the trailer, and they're like 11. And it's like, what the fuck? Netflix, you fuck little girls? And then they made a statement. Like, everybody's like, hey, take his shit down. And Netflix is like, well, we'll change the trailer. But, like, it won an award at the Sundance Festival. And it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, hell, the Sundance Festival, they probably fuck kids or something. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, damn, take the shit down. And then somebody's like, Netflix, do you support pedophilia? A simple yes or no would suffice. And Netflix is like, well, we can't really comment on that, but we do support other people's beliefs, diversity of beliefs. And it's just basically saying, hey, we got people who fuck kids that watch us too. We got to appeal to them. And it's like, no, you don't, dude. They need to die. But it's weird, though. It's just a weird time. It's like, it's out there. But, like, to see such a big platform trying to normalize it, it's kind of scary. You would think with social media and how things are, people become more aware of situations, so things like that would die. But we're just trying to bring it shit back up, man. It's weird. I probably get some hate for the Kobe joke earlier, but I figured it's been enough time. I mean, hell, we've been through a lot this year, okay? At first, that was probably going to be like the most devastating thing of the year. Like, whatever you believe about him. I liked Kobe because I was a fan of basketball, so I was a fan of him. Not really, I don't know. But I don't give a fuck. Like, you can make jokes about whatever. But today's his birthday, so maybe that is poor timing. I don't know. Rest in peace, Kobe. This episode is brought to you by Adam and Eve. So if you're feeling a little horny, and you're looking for something, maybe just to beat off an intruder or beat off yourself, get you a massive dildo at AdamandEve.com. Use discount code POOR to get 50% off one item and free shipping to the entire United States and Canada. Fuck the rest of the world. Adam and Eve has 24/7 customer service, 90-day no-hassle returns, and 20% of their profit goes to the fight against the spread of HIV around the world. They've been in business for over 49 years, so check them out at AdamandEve.com. Use discount code POOR for 50% off one item and free shipping to the entire U.S. and Canada. Fuck the rest of the world. My neighbor is black, and that's just what it is, It's nothing against him. But he looks at me different than he looks at all the other neighbors. Because I live, like I said, in like this geriatric neighborhood, and it's like a lot of really old white folks. And then I got this cool black lady lives next to me. Love the hell out of her. And then I got this guy beside me. He's a teacher. And I'm the only one, like, I'm not redneck, But for this cul-de-sac, I'm fucking redneck. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they view me. And, like, I do, like, redneck shit. Like, I'll be out in the yard making fires. I drink a lot of beer. I got a boat. I like to go fishing. But, like, when it comes to fucking fixing stuff, I can't do it. I don't know shit. Like, the only thing, my dad now, he's like MacGyver. You give that motherfucker a couple packs of juicy fruit, a coat hanger. You know, he can rig some shit up, right? I'm not like that. I don't have that. Like, all he taught me how to do was hold this flashlight, and I fucked that up. Okay, he used to yell at me all the time for that. But my neighbor sees me in my fucking Ariats out here cutting the grass, and he thinks, like, if anything goes wrong, I mean, I got guns. He's like, if anything goes wrong, I'm going to ask this motherfucker for help. So he comes over one day, and he was like, you think you come over here and take a look at my lawnmower? And I was like, fuck. You know, I had to watch a fucking YouTube tutorial to fix our fucking doorknob. And I was like, hell yeah, man, I'll get my tools out. And I got tools that somebody gave me for a baby shower gift like 6 years ago. I've never even opened. And I was like, my wife's like, what the fuck are you doing? You don't know anything about fixing lawnmowers. And I was like, well, maybe it's out of gas. You know, maybe it fucking just needs, I change the blades on it. You know, maybe that's all it needs. And I was like, worst case scenario, I can't fix it. He'll just think all hope is lost. Like, I can't let this man down. He's built me up as this false idol in his head from the color of my skin. He's like, okay, this redneck knows how to fix stuff. And I was like, best case scenario, though, I just beat on it like a certain way, and it just starts working again, and he thinks I'm a god, and he'll tell everybody on the block. So I go over there, and it's just fucking sitting there, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at it, and he's like, what do you think? And I was like, well, let's try to start this bad boy up. So I'm like fucking pulling it. I couldn't do nothing. And he's like, well, what's the prognosis? Or the diagnosis? I said, well, it's getting air. Because I know my dad used to say, it's getting air, it's getting spark, you know, it's getting the gas, it's got the gas in it. I checked the gas. I said, I think it's probably your damn carburetor. I think it's the carburetor. And he said, what you going to do? I said, well, we're about to blow it out. I said, I'm going to take it back over there to the house, and I'm going to blow this bad boy out. So I took it over to the house. Now I took it in the garage, and I Googled what the carburetor was, what it looked like. I took that bad boy off, blew that bitch out. I put it back on there, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. That's not what it was. So I called my dad. I was like, I don't know what to fucking do. This man's counting on me. He's got this $115 lawnmower he bought from a yard sale, and he's left that up to me. He said, well, it sounds like you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you got yourself in some shit you shouldn't have got yourself into, and you need to handle it. Just go over and tell him straight up, you don't know what the hell you're doing, and take it somewhere. And I was like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. I was like, you ain't no fucking help. So I hung up on him. I just started kicking the shit out of it. And I was kicking the shit out of it, and I got my wrench, and I started beating on the side. I started that son of a bitch. And Kayla come running out of the house into the garage. And it was like, she was just so fucking wet, dude. She was like, holy fucking shit, you're the man. You were the guy. And I was like, well, what do you know? So I took it back over to my neighbors, and I was like, Punk, turn that bad boy on. So he reached down there, and he fucking primed it up. I was like, you ain't got to do that. It's ready. It's ready. It's pull start. He started yanking that motherfucker, and it wouldn't start again. It wouldn't start. So I let him down. I didn't want to fucking kick it right there in front of him, but I think if I could got another couple of licks in, whatever it was would have been unlodged. But yeah, man, I asked him when we was over there, I was like, so, I'm sorry about your lawnmower. I was like, you got any weed, though? And he was like, what the fuck? He's like, you just think because I'm black I got weed? And I was like, well, you thought because I was white and I wore Ariats I could fix your fucking lawnmower. And he was like, well, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I do got some weed. And I was like, all right. And then we smoked. And that's how America should be. And you can quote me on that. But my dad, man, he can fucking fix anything. It's crazy, too, because he's like wildly irresponsible, kind of like I am. Except like I'm good at like covering up my fuck ups. He can just kind of patch his shit together. He wrecked his truck, his work truck or something. He fucked it up. And like 4 years ago, I had this Ranger that I blew the motor in. And if you know anything about me, you know I've blown more motors than I've blown dicks. And for the record, I've blown a lot of motors. But even if it only had been one motor, that statement would still be true because like I've never blown any dicks, not even once. But yeah, so I blew the motor in this Ranger, and I was like, I was already fucking tired of it. Because I done gave it hell. And I was like, even if I put a new motor in there, something else is about to fuck up on it. My dad's like, let me buy it. Just let me buy it. So he bought it for me. He's like, let me just get it. And he gave me a couple $100. He's like, I'll get the rest later. So he took the truck and he never gave me the rest of the money. And I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, I ain't gonna drive it. It's just sitting there. And I was like, we ain't getting the title. Well, fucking 3 years later, it's legit been 3 fucking years. He's gonna hit me up out of the blue and say, he texts me and was like, hey, I wrecked my truck. I'm gonna get a new motor. I'm just gonna put it in that Ranger because it'll be cheaper. So I need that title. I said, do what? He's like, I need you to bring me that title. You still got that title? I was like, oh, the one from fucking 2015? No, dude, I still have it. I don't even know where my fucking social security card is. I don't know where my diploma is. I don't know where anything is. My birth certificate. I wouldn't even know where the fuck my kids were at if it wasn't for my wife. No, I don't know where the title's at. And he said, well, you gotta find it. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm like, I've been trying to find this title all week. I can't even find it. So I gotta do the lost title thing. He's like, will you go with me and pick up this motor? Because my truck, it ain't working. So I drive a Suburban. So it's like, I gotta put this motor in the fucking back. So I get this tarp. I'm like, fuck it. Here we go. We're gonna ruin my shit. So we get this tarp and put it in the back of the Suburban. We go to this junkyard and he finds all these fucking, I don't know how he's got a fucking map of junkyards across the nation. We drive to this junkyard and we get this fucking motor for the thing. We get there and like, we just roll up and they got it sitting out and there's like 3 wigs laying beside it, and there's like other motors, and it looked like somebody traded fucking weave for motors, like they were beaver pelts or something. I said, what is going on here? It's bizarre. But I don't know, man. It's been a weird week. That's just what's been going on in my life. Kayla went to the dentist the other day, and I told her about this new place because there was like this big horror story about the dentist she was going to. I don't go to the dentist, and you can tell. But like, fuck that. I don't want to. Like I don't want anybody in my mouth. It's gross. I'll just let my shit fall out. It's fine. But I was like, I heard really good things about this dentist. And she's like, I'm not going to the dentist. You don't even go to the dentist. And I was like, that's fucked up. Kill yourself. Bye. Because it reminded me, like, it was like Vietnam flashback when I worked at Honda. And there was this black lady come up to me. And she was talking about how she was looking for a dentist. And I was like, I've heard good things about this dentist. And she's like, what the fuck? Why am I going to listen to you with your shit fucked up? Your shit throwing up gang signs. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. You asking me. You asking me. I'm telling you. And she's like, I'm going to listen to Eddie. Eddie got some pretty ass teeth. And like in my head, I'm laughing because like Eddie's got fucking dentures. I was like, yeah, no shit, Eddie's teeth look good. They're fake as fuck. He came in with them, and he had to get them filed down like he had tried to swallow one of those fucking chatter things. I was like, yeah, so go to Eddie's dentist. Get your shit ripped out. But you expect that from people at work, not from your wife, so that shit pissed me off. But it's whatever. I think that's the only thing going on in my life. I'm not doing cameos. I'm not doing them fucking anymore. I don't want to do them anymore. And you're like, oh, it's money. Fuck that money. I don't give a shit about it. Ginger Billy's like, you should do the cameos, man. People love those. And it's like, you know what? I hate them. I'm just going to say it right now. I don't fucking like doing them. Because it's just weird. Like, I don't mind if it's like, hey, man, fucking yada, yada, yada. But people want me to say the weirdest shit. Like, I get the weirdest cameo requests. You can see them. You can go on my Cameo and look. You can't book me because I ain't fucking doing them. But you can see the ones I've done, and you can see the crazy request I get. It's like, oh, hey, my 14-year-old son's got lymphoma. He's probably going to die in about 3 months. I was just wondering if you could just make fun of him. Tell him he's got like a little dick or something. Like, make fun of his wiener. Just make fun of his wiener. He likes when you talk about, like, little wieners. And you put that filter on. God damn it, that's so funny, man. Gee, if you could just do that and tell him his daddy loves him. Tell him daddy loves him and happy birthday. Sorry about your lymphoma. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's just strange, man. And then people are trying to like solicit threesomes, trying to get me to fuck their wives, fuck their husbands in the Cameo. I ain't doing no more of them. That's the devil's work. I don't like it. So, got that out of the way. What else has been going on, dude? North Korea, you probably saw it if you watch the news. I don't. I just skimmed through the headlines, so I don't know if this is true or not. I didn't fact check it, but you can totally take it to the bank. North Korea apparently is having a nationwide food shortage, and Kim Jong-un, whatever his fucking name is, thought he died like a few months ago, but apparently not. He issued out like a law, like ordering people to turn in their pets because of the food crisis. And it's like, fuck, dude, holy shit. Like, could you imagine? Like, we're over here like, I ain't wearing no goddamn mask. And yes, you are. That's what we're arguing about. And it's like, give me your fucking pet. My son's dying. It's weird, man. Imagine turning in your pet for food. Fuck that. Like, I'm going to eat him. If it's that bad, why can't I eat him? I've raised him up. I fattened his ass up. Why I got to turn him in? It's weird, man. That's going to be another virus of some sort coming out of there. I'm calling it right now. Just look out for that. Plus, in Florida, they got genetically engineered mosquitoes. What, 750,000 of them? No, I think it might be million. Ooh, I don't know. While I'm just spewing out information, it could be billions. I don't fucking know. Let me just look. But, like, what are we doing with the fucking mosquitoes? Genetic mosquitoes. Like, I don't even know how you spell mosquito, bro. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. 750 million genetically engineered mosquitoes approved for release in the Florida Keys. What the fuck are they going to do? It's like little robots. I mean, damn. It's supposed to kill... It's supposed to fuck the female mosquitoes down there and, like, make them die. And then they attack the male mosquito or something. I don't know. But, like, what do they do? They got, like, massive mosquito dicks and they just bang up their shit in there, like, fuck up their little mosquito lungs. What are they doing? And it's in Florida, so you know it's not going to be. They already want to control the population down there. They hate Florida. They're trying to kill everybody down there. It's just like, damn, dude. There's just so much going on. Fire tornadoes in California. What the fuck is that? It's like something a 5-year-old would draw. It's just got red crayon just scribbling. It's like, what do you call that, son? It's fire tornadoes. It's like, Jesus Christ. Everything's going to shit. I don't know. It's just weird times we're living in. I wish you guys would submitted some better questions, you know, other than being fucking trying to start drama between shit. I ain't about that. Like, I'm not going to use my platform to just shit on somebody else. Even though I spend a lot of time just shitting on people. But most of it's just jokes, you know. I don't know. But, like I said, this is only going to get better, I feel like. I'd like to have a studio so I can get out of this fucking storage shed. Okay? This is where Nick grows his drugs and stores his black tar heroin. So it's a little bit uncomfortable. It's good for lighting, though. We got all these heat lamps in here. But I don't know. Tell me what's going on with you. Like, if you don't want to ask questions, tell me what's going on in your life. I want to know. But yeah, come to the show, man, in fucking Bristol. It's probably going to be my last one. Like I said, I'm about to scrap this whole fucking year. I mean, what's the point? You get a show, everybody spread out. It's whack. So, but if you know a spot, if you got a big patio, I seen Rocky's doing a backyard tour. I'm not doing that. Don't you hit me up with no bullshit like that. I ain't doing it. But now if you got a big concrete slab somewhere in this field, and you got, money, are you gonna let me sell tickets? And you got alcohol? We can rig up a comedy show if that's what you want to do. But as far as I don't know. I just think the whole year's fucked. Because like I said, I'm not working on Halloween. That's my day. I go hard. You probably seen my costumes. I don't fuck around. My wife, she gets mad because I wear inappropriate shit and I'm toting my kids around. I got fucking Peppa Pig in my hand and I'm like a giant dildo. It's just weird. I need to grow up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, those who did watch, and I appreciate the ones who've stuck around. Got a lot of compliments, which I kind of feel like you guys are blowing smoke up my fucking dick hole, and that's fine. Hey, feel free to do it anytime you want. But I'm going to keep trying to work at this. I seen some questions about the Talking to Myself series. I did start writing season 2. I may have an episode out this week. So if you're seeing this, it's like Wednesday and Thursday. I might have one out Friday. If not, it'll be the following week. Those are kind of hard. Just to come up with a plot, really. So I'm working on that. I know you guys, you really like those. They're fun to make. It's fun getting other people to get involved, like Officer Smith or Ben, Joey. I tried to get Rocky, and he's way too cool for that, apparently, but it's fine. So I'm going to get started on those, bringing that back. And yeah. I might even try to get Officer Smith to get on here with me, he's from Ohio, so it'd probably have to be like Skype or something. I don't know how to do that. Nick maybe does. He probably don't. We'll figure it out. But yeah, just bear with us. This thing's growing. We're just learning as we go. And it'll only get better. So, other than that, man, if you got any kind of questions, leave them. Go to the Facebook page. You can leave them there. You can check out our Patreon. All this stuff will be in the description. If you have any questions, that'd probably be the best place to go. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. Go fuck yourself, Craig Morse.